how slow, deep breathing can be used to fight uh, this program. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Cause you're beautiful, that's why. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you to please listen to this video all the way through because um, I want to get into the how, the why, and um, tell you how God led me to do this. So, the how. Deep breathing is when you pray. Excuse me. Well, I do deep breathing when I pray, which is the best. It's breathing in and out, 5 to 10 seconds in, 5 to 10 seconds out. Okay, that's what it is. Could be longer than 10 seconds if you really want to go slow. And your focus needs to be on the sound that the air is making as it's going in and out of your nostrils. So for me, it sounds like this. So you should be able to hear that because I put the speaker right by my nose hole. I believe the reason that this works is it deals with Brian too. We love Brian too. He knows so much about the program. And he explains that a lot of the targeting is not, it's not that they're hitting you with DEWs in the parts of your body that cause discomfort, pain, whatever, but they're actually hitting you in your head. And in the same way that the brain causes the body to function and the arms to move by sending signals, they're causing your brain to send signals that cause you to feel like you're experiencing vibrations or heat because your muscles getting stimulated as if you're shivering in the cold. And so I believe that by doing the slow, deep breathing and then consciously focusing on the sound that the air is making as it's going through your nostrils, it focuses your brain power on something very specific, and so their ability to stimulate your brain gets thwarted. Okay, I was doing that today as I was praying through the witching hour, and oh my gosh, they were the amount that they were able to hit me was very minimal. So my prayers were 3 hours and 26 minutes. I did take maybe a 10-minute break in between, but I was doing it the whole time. You want to be careful, right? Because everybody should be praying at least 2 hours and a half every day, especially if you are TI. Even if you're not, everyone should be praying if you're a born again believer. So you want to do it not too intensely. You want it to be comfortable. It's not normal to breathe and then listen to the sound of the air going through your nostrils. So you don't want it to cause, irritation. So, learn how to do it in a very calm way that doesn't cause irritation, right? That's as pleasant as possible. Now, I just want to tell you, I give God the credit for this 110% because I never liked praying. Or, excuse me, unfortunately, I didn't never really like praying either, but I never liked meditating. And as the years passed, I would keep running across all this stuff on meditation. I wound up learning all of this, as well as on the deep breathing aspect. Being attentive to your breath is a part of meditation. And so, one day while I was praying, standing up, the Lord, like I said, I meditate on love and light when I pray. And so as I was praying, I heard this voice, and it was either God or it was the angel of God. And I was kind of doing slow breathing, but not really as good as I'm describing now. and a little bit focused on my breathing, but not the way as good as I needed to be. And this angel said, as I was inhaling and exhaling, it said, it said the word love, and it said it like this: love, for the duration of my breath. And then it did it a second time. And I remember looking in my room like, where's that coming from? They hate you. This program hates you meditating on love. I mean, it's like garlic or light to Dracula. They don't want you meditating on love, the word love, because God is love. They don't want you thinking about God or an aspect of God or an attribute of God. So when the Lord did this to me, I know, okay, the Lord's trying to direct me on how I'm supposed to be praying and simultaneously meditating. And it took me forever to figure out, okay, so the Lord's trying to tell me to say love every time I inhale, every time I exhale, which is challenging because I'm praying in tongues and in English at the same time. But as the months passed, because I suspect it was probably 6 months to a year ago where the Lord first did this, I began to be able to, okay, this is how I can incorporate it, this is how I can incorporate it. And so the deep breathing, coupled with doing my best to say the word love each time I inhale, each time I exhale. No, it varies. Sometimes I will spell one letter of the word love for a full breath. So one letter would be inhale and exhale, and other times it's one full letter inhale, one full letter exhale. But it's so powerful, you guys. I still know I don't do it perfectly, but to see this program get thwarted, the DEWs, the fear vibration, I mean, the amount that they were able to do was so inconsequential. I like to tell people it's almost like birds chirping. Like, everything used to piss me off, you guys, right? And that included birds chirping. But for some reason, maybe it's because God created them and it's part of nature, I could get over the birds chirping and be like, okay, well, let them chirp. You know. And eventually I didn't really get upset about birds chirping. Or if I did, it'd be for a few seconds. I'd be like, well, whatever. And you just accept that they're going to chirp. And that's what this program is becoming like. Why? Because God shields, He's always shielded me from this program. Now, if I'm in rebellion, He doesn't shield me as much, quite frankly, and I don't deserve to be shielded as much. But anyway, He's always gracious, and so I recommend this, But I want to let you know that I learned this from the Lord, and when I heard that the word love whispered for the duration of my breath, I had a sense that, okay, so I need to try to make it this sound as though it's the sound of the air going in and out of my nostrils, as though it were saying something. And it's obviously it's not. It's just the sound of the wind. But I try to imagine that so it helps keep my mind focused on the word love written in light. Because this is heinous for this program. They can't stand that. So as always, I always tell you guys, pay your tithes and offerings, help the poor, and tithe your time to the Lord through prayer and reading your word, reading His word. None of this would work to me. I wouldn't even be doing meditation or even trying to do this if it weren't for the Lord. So I don't know how good this is going to work for you guys outside of the Lord, but if you like to meditate and you don't want to rely on the Lord, I'm still willing to give you these kind of nuts and bolts that maybe you might want to try to do it outside of the Lord. I don't want to try to do anything outside of the Lord, to be honest. And like I said, I wouldn't be doing this apart from the Lord in the first place. So I give God all the credit and all the glory. But I feel like He wants me to share this with you, whether you want to give Him the credit and the glory or not. I said, I'm going to live out, tell you how beautiful, and again, TIS, God bless.